teaching you how to play Love Me Do by the Beatles. What a classic and a perfect song to practice your C to G transitions. Now, I am a huge Beatles fan and I know many of you are too, so let's get into today's tutorial. Right, so we do not need a capo for the song. Just make sure your guitar is in standard tuning, and we are going to be playing today's tune in the key of G major. We only are going to be needing 3 simple beginner-friendly chord shapes for today's lesson. So the first chord that we're going to need is a G major chord, which you can play with 4 fingers or with 3 fingers. It's completely up to you. The next chord we need is a C major chord, and we need a D major. So I would just like to mention here that the song transitions between the C and the G a lot. This is happening pretty much 90% of the song. So my suggestion is to use an alternative chord for the C, and it's called a C add 9 chord. And this is going to be so much easier for you. So the C add 9 chord, let's go back to that G major. And I want you to try and use a 4-fingered G chord here. All you need to do for a C add 9 chord is take your first and your second fingers, and you're going to move them onto the D and A string. And make sure you're strumming from the A string down. This is a C add 9 chord shape. Now changing from a G to a C add 9 is so much easier. It's a piece of cake when you compare it to a G to a normal regular C major chord. So you can choose whichever C chord you want to play. Both of those options will work really well in the song. So we're going to start off by looking at the intro and the verse of the song, and we only have 2 chords here. We're going to be having our G major chord, and we're going to be transitioning to our C major chord. Now you can play your C major like this, but what I'm going to be doing in the song is showing you how easy it can be if you use a C add 9 chord. So if we go from a G major chord, we're going to be transitioning to our C add 9 chord. And we're going to be holding each chord for 4 counts. A 1, 2, 3, 4 to C, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just practice back and forth between these 2 chord shapes. A 1, 2, 3, 4 and C, 2, 3, 4 and G, 2, 3, 4 and C, 2, 3. You can also do your G, 2, 3, 4 to a normal C. Much bigger movements. Depends where you are in your journey and what you need to work on. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So next, what we're going to be doing is adding in another down strum, and this is a great place to hang out to practice those chord transitions. So the G major chord is going to get 2 strums on beats 1, 2, and beats 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the C will get the same. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's just going to fill out the song so that if you want to play it just like this, which is perfectly fine for a beginner, the song is going to sound a little bit fuller and a little bit better than if you were just doing 1 down strum on each chord. So let's practice through the first verse using these 2 down strums on each chord. It's going to sound like this. A 1, 2, 3, 4. Love, love me do. You know I love you. I'll always be true. And we're going to hang out on the C now for another 2 bars. So please. We're going to wait. Back to G. Love me G and to C. Whoa, back to G again and to C. So we're going to give that another try just with those 2 down strums on each chord. Follow along with the chords up on the screen. Here we go, starting on the G. A 1, 2, 3, 4. Love, love me do. You know I love you. I'll always be true. Stay on the C. So please, love me do. And to C. Whoa, love me do. So the next section we're going to be looking at today is the bridge, and this is where we're going to be introducing the 3rd chord, which is the D major. So we're going to have 2 bars of the D. 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat. 2, 3, 4, and to the C. 1, 2, 3, 4, and to G. 2, 3, 4, and that gets played again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat the D. 3, 4, and C, and to the G. And we can of course play the bridge in the same manner with 2 strums on each of the chords you see up on the screen. So let's give that a good try. Starting on the D. A 1, 2, ready, go. Someone to love. Switch. Somebody new. And repeat the whole thing. Someone to love. To see. Someone like you. And we can actually just play 1 down strum on that final G, because that's what they do in the record, before moving on into the next verse of the song. Right, so you've spent some time now working on those chord changes and getting those chords sounding really nice and smooth, practicing those 1 or 2 down strums on each chord. Now it's time to spice it up a little bit and make the song sound a little bit more like the original. And the way we're going to do that is by adding in a strumming pattern. So the strumming pattern that we're going to be doing sounds like this. Down, down, up, down, up. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. So we're leaving out beats 3 altogether. 1, 2, and 4, and. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. And we're going to be doing that for 1 round on each of the chords that you see up on the screen. So if we practice that on the G chord, down, down, up, down, up. We're then going to switch to the C. Down, down, up, down, up, and then back to the G again. One, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and if you can hear what I'm doing when I'm strumming is I'm putting emphasis on beat number 2. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2. So I'm strumming down on beat 2 with a little bit more strength. It's a stronger down strum, and the other strums are a little bit softer. So you can practice that, just changing back and forth between G and C. That's a really good place to start. Just focusing on 2 chords, isolate them, practice changing back and forth using this new strumming pattern. So we can do that together now, going from a G to a C chord. A 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, 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 and down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And you can really do that for a minute, 2 minutes, however long you need to get the chord transition sounding good, and to also make sure that that strumming pattern is feeling natural and not stiff and not constrained, or, you know, stop, start, stop, start. You don't want to have gaps between your chord changes. So if this is happening, we don't really want there to be a gap. It needs to be a very smooth transition from one of the chords into the other chord. So really take time in getting that right. Okay, so now it's time to put it together. What we're going to try is playing one of the verses going into the bridge. And we're going to be practicing those chord transitions with that new strumming pattern. So let's try, take it from the G. A 1, 2, here we go. Love, love me C, U, G, I to C, I'll G, back to the C, stay on the C, and C again. Now back to G, and to C, and back to G again, and to C. To the bridge, D to the D again, and C, change to G, D, repeat the D, and C, and to G, stop, stop. So let's take a quick break from strumming our guitars, and can I ask you to please like this video and to subscribe to the Stellar Guitarist YouTube channel. It really helps me out so much. You have no idea, you guys, how much it helps me in making these lessons for you every single week. So I really appreciate that. And if you are a beginner and you are struggling through the song and you're just not really sure why you're struggling, maybe you're having problems with your chord transitions, maybe you are struggling to understand the rhythm and how it all works together, these are telltale signs of a beginner who needs guidance. So if that is you, then I really want to recommend my guitar program, the Stellar Academy. The link is below this video. I have created this program specifically for beginners who are kind of struggling through these murky waters of how to play this amazing instrument. And promise you, it is amazing. You just have to push through and you need the right guidance and support structure to get there. So if that sounds like you, click the link below the video, and I really hope to welcome you into my program so that I can help you to become a stellar guitarist. So those are all the parts of this really lovely song. Join me in the next section of the lesson where I will be doing a mini playthrough of the main sections that we learned today. Let's take it from the start. A 1, 2, 3, 4. Love me do, whoa, love me do, love me do, you know I love you, I'll always be true, so please, love me do. Love me do, whoa, love me do. Thank you so much for watching today's tutorial. If you enjoyed this lesson, then I know you're going to love the lesson being suggested to you on the screen right now. Until next time, I hope to see you in my next lesson. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye.